have finally found out how to play lockdown man defense, zone defense. It don't matter here in college football 26. After a couple seasons of playing on my first cornerback getting cooked. But here I got a 6'4" zone cornerback and I ain't gonna lie, I'm loving it. Now honestly, this play right here was just pure instinct. Guard my man off coverage. But when I saw that ball coming my way, even though it wasn't to my man, I had to go ahead, jump that, get that, pick another 6 in this game. That was 2 pick 6 in this game. And now after playing FCS, we end up playing against Stanford. Just perfect technique there. I learned that you got to hold that L2 button the entire time so you can get way better cut moves when you're trying to come back to the ball. You feel me? Break on that ball correctly and taking that one for 6-2. That wasn't it, man. This Stanford quarterback did not have enough, playing a little bit inside of this guy. He threw it up to me, and man, I was not there for it. But sometimes you got to go for the swat. Now, a good amount of times in this stack formation, they will run this play and they will throw that ball. But with a zone cornerback with layout maxed out, you can get them diving picks with ease. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of thought I was cooked here. He did like a slant type of thing, but I came right back to it because I kept that L2 held down so I can make that cut, pick that ball off for 6, another one. I'm gonna be completely honest. Here, I end up getting beat over the top, but sometimes the CPU does not know how to throw the ball. They don't throw it live. They threw a bullet that went right to me, and me being 6'4", of course I'm gonna pick that off. Hey man, sometimes if you do get cooked, you just gotta hope the quarterback just throws a straight bullet right to you. Man, let's go. Right now, I'm about to show y'all the easiest route in the game to pick off, and I'm telling y'all, if y'all are not at least getting like a couple of picks a season off these routes, you doing something wrong. And the routes I'm talking about is either them screen routes or the bubble routes. Like as soon as you see that sweep happening, you have to jump on that every single time. And I'm not gonna lie, I done caught like 5 to 6 picks in my season here just off of that route just by itself. Now, if you're wondering, this is a 6'4" zone cornerback. In Notre Dame, they have me in the slot a lot. And because of that, I'm able to get picks like this easily off this route every single time. But not only the bubbles, but also like the normal type of screens that they run. Like here, the quarterback took a while to throw the ball. I got off that block, shedded it, got that pick, and took it for 6. Now, just like the last one, this isn't a bubble, but still, if you see it's RPO, and if you see that route receiver stop there, you have to get on that every time. So I'm gonna just say this, if you see them in trips, stacked, or doubles, like most likely they will be running a play like this, especially doubles. I got a lot of picks off doubles, but those 3 formations, there's a chance they might run a bubble screen or that other wide receiver screen with RPO or whatever. It's gonna be easy pick 6s every single. After finally getting the hang of the techniques and stuff of being able to be a lockdown cornerback in college football 26, is the fact you need to make sure you have the L2 or LT button held down the entire time. Well, at least until you see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Here I held L2 and I saw him throw the ball. He threw it right to me, interception, and I don't even think I took this one for 6, but you know what I'm saying? And now here in the Tampa 2 zone, they kind of got me playing the inside because I'm in the slot, and I'm just running around, keeping L2 held at times. Like every time I make a cut, I'm holding L2 so I can quickly make that cut. Now, honestly, this is one of my favorite ones just based off the animation I ended up getting. Now, this play, the slot receiver was running a streak. At first, I backpedaled. Then I started holding R2 with L2 at the same time. And when I realized it was actually a streak, finally let go of L2 so I can sprint, get to the ball, and make the play. So especially in man coverage, when you're trying to make cuts, just make sure you're holding down L2 so you don't get that one animation. Y'all know exactly what animation I'm talking about. Now, another thing that I end up learning just from playing the game and watching people like T-Top is that you need to make sure that you keep your inside leverage no matter what. I'm telling you right now, that's going to help out so much in the long run. I mean, like here I'm lined up inside. I'm not going to lie, this one was kind of BS. I mean, it got tipped up. I ended up picking it off. I just put this in there because it was kind of crazy, but hey, man, it is what it is. This one right here, though, you see I'm on inside man coverage. I did not allow him to get past me. I kind of moved a little bit forward so that the quarterback would think he was open, picked it off, and took it for 6. And you might be wondering what's going to happen if they go outside. I mean, look, the quarterback normally doesn't throw the ball perfectly every time, so you still might be able to catch the ball as long as he throws it flat. And if you're wondering, this is my 6'4" zone corner, and I only have a 93 speed, and he has a 100 XL now because of an NIL deal, but he has a 97 normally. Right now, I'm going to show y'all the best ways to get picks in zone coverage. Now, mind you, this is a 6'4" zone corner, and I end up catching 23 interceptions this season. Now, a lot of times whenever they're in a stack formation, I love to go to Tampa 2 because I'm either playing that inside type of, yellow zone, or I'm playing a flat, and you can easily pick these off because they normally throw that, I ain't going to lie. And literally, since you're not in man coverage, you can roam around a little bit, and here they're in stacked again, and they throw it one more time. This is in the same game as well. And this is another reason why I love Tampa 2 so much. Even though I'm supposed to be guarding that part of the zone, I can really roam where I want to because normally especially if the routes aren't going across the field, then I can just play it like it's man coverage and get them picks. And it's really crazy because last year cover 3 was the thing, but I'm not gonna lie. If you run zone, just make sure you stay in Tampa 2 because you could do things like this, just roam around and just, I like literally completely ran out of my zone to get this pick, and you could do things like that in Tampa 2. And then I already talked about this route right here. This is the bubble screen. You get this every single time. If you're in Tampa 2, just make sure you bait it so that they actually throw the ball, and it's an easy pick 6 every single time. Now here's a 5 wide, and that going all the way left side, he's gonna come in for a slant. You're gonna walk back a little bit just so he thinks the slant's open, and immediately jump as soon as he crosses your face, or right before he crosses your face actually, in his pick. And man, it's just insane the amount of interceptions I done caught from just the bubbles. Like I'm telling y'all, you have to go crazy with them. I already made a vid about those routes in particular, but I just keep on getting them, so I gotta keep on showing y'all me getting them. Right now, I'm finna show y'all how to catch interceptions in man coverage. Now, mind you, I'm a 6'4" zone cornerback, and in this season, I end up catching 23 interceptions. Now, first off, I already made a video about this play, but every single time you see the inside receiver sweep backwards or whatever, you have to jump on that because they might throw it, and it will be 6 every single time. But look, when you're playing man coverage, make sure you stay on the inside shoulder, and whatever you do, try to stay underneath the wide receiver, because if they throw it up and you're ahead of them, they're going to dunk on you. And I know that from watching a couple other people's tutorials, and even me myself, I done got dunked on a couple times. So yeah, just stay underneath the wide receiver. You will catch the pick. And I mean, this is a perfect example. Staying inside, held down L2 until I feel like it was a streak. And as soon as I saw the ball thrown, let go of L2, stayed underneath the wide receiver, got the interception. And you know what I'm saying? So just remember, stay on the inside shoulder, use L2 when you make cuts, and then stay underneath the wide receiver so that you don't get dunked on. Now look, the previous player I've been playing on was a 6'4" zone corner, but this time I felt like it was time to try to make a player under 6 foot and a whole new archetype. Now I ain't gonna lie, I'm using the field archetype, and this build is honestly kind of trash. Now the reason why I use this build is because I wanted to see if I could still catch picks at a pretty good pace if I use the pretty, like, you know what I'm saying, not one of the best builds in the game like a bump and run or a zone. And literally when I tell y'all, the worst part about this build is that you only get a 94 speed and 95 excel unless you got NIL deals. And me being 5'11", I didn't even realize I was gonna be this slow. But one thing I do know is if you know how to work that DB position, then you are going to know how to still lock up and still catch interceptions. And I think I caught like 11 picks in my freshman year. And if you're wondering like about the abilities or whatever, like this build is mainly to be like a physical tackling type of cornerback. So if you like doing that, then you know, it's cool. But I'm telling you, as soon as you play against a wide receiver that is at least a 96 speed like Jeremiah Smith, he will burn you over the top unless you play it perfectly. And I'm not gonna lie, I play on the 0 speed threshold, so yeah, most of the time I am cooked. But I know you can still get a good amount of picks with this build just based off of just knowing the tendencies of the quarterback here. I've never seen him actually throw it. I mean, he threw this ball kind of late, but still got the pick. And on my zone, I did not know how to, break on slant routes. But on this build, I finally learned how to get on them slants. And I caught like 3 pick sixes off of slants on this build in my first year. Like this one against Maryland, just playing inside, backing up a little bit. As soon as I see him about to throw that ball, jump that route, and I did not take this one for 6 though. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If you want to make this build for the challenge of, being slower, then you can go ahead and do that. But if you want to be on the best build, be a bump and run, because I'm telling you that you get like a 98 speed. It's the best one. Now look, this right here is my 5'11" field corner, and in my last video, I said to not make this build at all. Man, I caught 11 interceptions my first year on this build, but it's still not worth it unless you just want to go through troubles. You just want to, make the game more difficult, because you only get a 94 speed, 95 excel, and me making them undersized just made it even worse. But what I'm finna talk about is just how bad this game is in terms of simming. Like, I came to Clemson because when I was on Michigan in my first year, we were just losing to teams we should not have lost to. Like, we lost to New Mexico for no reason at all. Just couldn't score on offense. And I understand Michigan doesn't always have a good offense, but still, it was New Mexico. And now, here on Clemson, I don't even know if I'm going to finish out this season, because there are games where I catch pick sixes, get all these picks, and it don't even matter because our offense doesn't score. And this is Clemson, not Michigan. Clemson has a good offense, and it doesn't matter. The quarterback that we had, I don't remember if he is still on the team or not, but he had just won the Heisman the year before, and now our offense can't score? That sounds a little bit crazy to me, I'm not gonna lie. And then I'm seeing a whole lot of other people who are using cornerbacks or even just defensive players in general that just like, it's just honestly super annoying playing on the cornerback when you doing all this stuff for your team and your team not scoring on offense. Like, what's going on?